Hello, traders, and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. It's a Friday, the 4th of May. It's 7:03 in the morning here in Thailand. That would be 20:03 on Wall Street on a Thursday night. Traders, good to be with you today. I missed you all yesterday. I had a appointment on the phone, made a phone call to the U.S., and I knew I had to do that. The only thing I didn't know was the phone call ended up being 3 hours long. So, there was nothing I can do. By the time I finished, it was after 11 in the morning my time, and it was like, okay, there's no video today. But I'm here today, and it's NFP Friday, and it's a good day to talk about NFP. I am not an advocate of trading on NFP Friday. When I started trading 2006, 2007, 2008, when I was in my trading room and I was in the same room, it's no secret, I was FX boot camp for 5 years, 6 years of my trading. And Wayne McDonald used to say, hey, if it's NFP, time to go play golf and have a 3-day weekend. And I sort of like embedded that. And then for a couple of years, I traded NFP. I did okay, and then it was a disaster. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take that day off. So I don't trade NFP per se, but that doesn't mean you can't trade NFP. There's a lot of ways you can trade NFP. What I found was best for me was let the event happen, and then 20 minutes after the event, trade it. Whether you're going to fade it back to where it was, or you're going to continue to the uptrend or downtrend, whatever the situation was, that was a way to trade the NFP. But for me, non-farm payrolls is not in my diet. So yeah, we don't trade NFP. But let's talk about what's going on today. We'll take a look at a couple of non-dollar pairs today. You sure don't want to be in dollar pairs today. So Japan is on Greenery Day today. They are on a holiday. The Aussie has RBA monetary policy statement in about 90 minutes. China has Gax and Services PMI today. Spanish unemployment change comes out today, and Spanish services PMI comes out today. German composite PMI, services PMI. Wow, it's just a PMI day. Euro same, market composite out of the Euro. Retail sales out of the Euro. Then we get into the U.S. session with average hourly earnings. And, of course, non-farm payrolls, the big number, participation rate, unemployment rate. They're expecting it to go down. They're expecting 4.0 versus 4.1. And non-farm, they are expecting 194K this month for jobs. Canada has IV PMI today, so keep an eye on that. Let's take a look what's going on the other side here. Dollar index at 92.27. Didn't make my 95 this week. Let's take a look at crude. WTI is at 65.53 with Brent at $73.72. Folks, that's going at 80 or pretty close to it by summertime. That's just going to keep pounding to the upside. They can have all they want in the media. They can say and all they want in the media. Oil's going up, folks. Oil is going up. You can bet your left shoe on that one. Yeah, I'm a little crazy this morning, I know. All right, let's go to the charts and see what's going on here. Take a look at this pound Aussie. Look at this thing. Hammering to the downside. Huh? You think the pound is a little bit weak? Trade here, I'm we're looking at non-dollar pairs, but what I like here is that the 10 exponential moving average is below price. The EMAs are starting to go out sideways a little bit. You might be able to get a tick up here, and if you're going to trade it, of course, we're going to trade it to here. The 200, then we can take it down. It's got a nice little wide open space, not much, but enough to get some really decent pips. This is an 80 pip trade, folks. You get in at 81.40, you get out at 80.30. Depending on where you get in, this is a good trade if it works. My suggestion is though, if If you're not in the trade by London lunch, see you on Monday and take your trade on a Monday, right? So that's how I would look at that. Yeah, let me see if I can shrink this down without ruining everything. Yeah, let's do some other stuff here. Let's take a look at, and I haven't looked at this in a while, the Euro Swiss. You know, what was it? Oh gosh, it's got to be almost 4 years ago when the Swiss put that 120 level and all that stuff. And, you know, the Swiss really hasn't done anything. And in the last 4 years, it really hasn't done anything. I haven't traded it. I have not traded the Swiss. But I'm not against trading it. I'll trade anything if we can make some pips, and put some money in the pip bank, right? So this looks, you know, this looks pretty ugly, right? Yeah, this is pretty ugly. Yeah, you know, spatial intelligence here shows you it's in a downtrend, right? But all the EMAs are together. There's really nothing going on here. Sure, don't want to sell it here. You know, this is a good chart to show you what not to do, right? Don't want to be selling it here. You know, if you're looking to get in this, you know, we're looking to take this bad boy up to here, right? You know, here now we could talk. Now, you know, if it gets back up there, you know, I'll be more than happy to sell you right there. But I'm not doing anything right here. This is just a disaster happening in the works here, right? I would expect this next pair is going to be pretty flat, and that's going to be the Euro Great British Pound. We looked at this last week, and it's still sideways. A lot not going on here. You know, the EMA is a little bit tilted to the upside, but this is, again, a pair not to be trading for sure. Just wait till it does something, and probably we're not going to see something for quite a while on this pair. All right, let's get away from the euro. Let's head on over to, wow, it's the 4th of the month. So you know what that means. You know what that means. Could it be the Mexican peso? Oh, yeah, come on. All right, so my little theory sort of worked, sort of not worked, right? So we got to basically, you know, I said last month that you always want to trade the Mexican peso like the last day of the month up to the 3rd of the month, and the Mexican peso should be strong. You got some dips here, but not like the old days. I mean, really, you know, when I did this years ago, you saw pretty big variances and pretty big moves, and it looks like times have changed, and that didn't work out at all. This still shows me that the dollar is strong against the Mexican peso, and maybe the Mexicans that don't live in Mexico are not sending their money home. Maybe they're just spending it where they're at. Oh my goodness! Let's take a look at take a look at the Aussie dollar. Yeah, sideways, nothing here. Still in this range, huh? Still in this range. Not a lot to do, you know, just hanging out. But still in this range, right? Just nothing to do here, folks. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let it do its thing. We'll stay away from it. You know, stay away from the dollar pairs today. Stay away from. Hey, let's do the Aussie yen. When's the last time I looked at that? Last week. I remember that. Yeah, so, wow, this is, you know, we call this a V formation, right, where price comes abruptly down and comes abruptly back up again. This is a good trade, but we're really late to the party. You know, this we should have been on this, you know, as soon as this, look at it, this spiked that 200, that was your trade, folks. When that spiked that 200 EMA, that was your trade. And now it's probably just going to go sideways because whatever move this was, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was news, data, whatever. But right, this is normal Forex action for it to do that with those big candles. So something came out that made this happen. And I don't know what it was. But that spike to that 200 was the entry. Now, that's like 90% against you that you're going to catch that, right? That you're going to catch that spike because it probably happened pretty quickly and then came back down. Now it's sideways. So yeah, those V formations are pretty nice. You really want to see them when they have a V formation, that they come up pretty much back up to where they started, right? You know, you love V formations. Like if that came back up to there on that V formation, that would have even been better. This only came up about 50% of the down move. You really want it more than that. You want it to really head back up on that V formation and sell it. You know, you see that quite a bit, quite a bit. Folks, it's Friday, so let's do it. Let's take a look at the dollar index. Not much going on, above 90, and I'm glad with that. We're at 92.44 at the moment, 92.50 on the way. Yes. So let's keep that dollar strong. So, you know, a friend of mine came to see me last week. I told you about that. A trader in Thailand, and he says to me, "Why do you want the dollar so strong?" And it was a great question. And I said, "I live in Thailand and I get paid in dollars." It's all about the exchange rate. And of course, I want the dollar strong when it comes to my exchange rate. So that's why I always push for the dollar to be strong. Now you know the inner secret of why I always want the dollar to be strong. All right, that's a secret. Don't tell nobody. Traders, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday morning. This is a special NFP edition on a Friday. Traders, have a great trading day. Always remember to trade smart, not hard. See you on Monday, folks. Have a great weekend now. Bye-bye.